Have you ever laid in bed exhausted, but your mind insisted on running a marathon? It's as if the body screams for rest, but the thoughts don't know when to stop. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. In a world that demands so much, even sleep, this very basic right has become a challenge. But what if I told you that there was a way to go through this mental turmoil and fall asleep with the lightness of someone floating among the stars? This is not just another guided meditation. It's a portal, an invitation to dive into green fields where the golden sun gently warms the skin, dissolving anxiety, fear, and tiredness. Here, each breath takes you to a state of deep relaxation, where energetic healing happens from the inside out. It's as if every word or sound reprograms you, sets you free. The proposal is bold, to take you beyond sleep, towards spiritual expansion and encounter with your own light. It may seem exaggerated, but many are already feeling this transformation. Ordinary people like you and me who exchanged sleepless nights for cosmic dreams, and woke up with more clarity, more universal love, more peace. This journey does not require blind faith, just an openness to experience. And the reward? A deep sleep that regenerates, that heals, that touches dimensions of the soul where traditional medicine has never reached. So if you are ready to let go of your old ties and allow yourself to float in an ocean of sound and silence, light and shadow, calm and power, take a deep breath. The journey is about to begin, and the destination is you in your freest, lightest, truest form. First of all, stop for a second and take a deep breath. It is important to understand that this journey is not suited to multitasking or rushing. You know that habit of playing the audio while washing the dishes or driving? Here, it doesn't work. This type of meditation requires total presence, like giving yourself a long hug, one that you don't want to let go of. So turn off distractions, settle in comfortably, and get ready to immerse yourself in the now. If you are operating machinery, driving, or in any situation that requires alertness, pause. This is not the time. The guided meditation you will experience has the power to induce deep sleep and promote relaxation so intense that it can even compromise your physical safety if listened to in the wrong conditions. The idea here is not just to relax, it is to disconnect from everything that keeps you in a state of alert. Imagine that this meditation is like a crossing between worlds. You leave the noise of everyday life behind and enter a dimension where inner healing reigns. To do this, your body needs to be free, rested, with no tasks in the background. Turn off notifications, adjust the lighting, and if possible, wrap yourself in a blanket or comforter that brings you comfort. Small gestures like these make all the difference in the quality of your experience. And why so much care? Because what comes next goes far beyond a simple listen. You will be guided by a sound field that activates mental reprogramming and emotional liberation processes. Sounds and words will touch deep layers of your subconscious, and this process requires a safe space. From here on, everything is an invitation to renewal. But to embark on this, you need to stop completely and allow yourself to just be. Now that the space is safe and you've settled in, the real invitation begins. Letting go. Michael Seely's voice enters as if arriving softly, with that serene tone that seems to know all your tiredness. She doesn't force anything, she just proposes. It's as if he said, you don't have to hold everything alone anymore. And in this softness, little by little, the internal barriers begin to give way, like dry leaves in the autumn wind. Every word he says carries an almost magical intention to plant seeds of deep sleep in your subconscious. It's not hypnosis, but it feels like it. He speaks slowly with calculated pauses, and suddenly you realize that you are no longer in the same mental place. Your body begins to melt into the mattress, your breathing slows, and a feeling of surrender takes over as if everything is finally in order. It's interesting how this gentle guidance activates processes that we often don't even understand rationally. A simple relax your shoulders and there go the shoulders, weighing more than bags of sand. One release your thoughts and even without wanting to, the mind slows down. It's like entering an infinite green field where there are no worries, just the sound of the wind and the heat of a golden sun touching the skin, pure regeneration. And so, effortlessly, you will get closer to a state where energetic healing happens naturally. Your nervous system slows down, cortisol drops, and your body starts to go into regeneration mode. With each second, you move further away from the tension and closer to the light that lives within you, but sometimes needs a gentle reminder to shine. Now as the body begins to loosen and the mind slows down, a new landscape appears before you. Imagine yourself in a vast green field where time is in no hurry. The sky is deep blue and a gentle breeze caresses your face, like a whisper from nature itself. The ground beneath your feet is soft, and in the distance, a golden sun bathes everything in a warm, almost maternal light. Just by visualizing this, the body responds with more calm, more presence. This isn't just a pretty image, it's a portal. Visualizations like this activate parts of the brain linked to feelings of well-being, which deepens relaxation and sets the stage for inner healing. By allowing yourself to walk in this scenario, you begin to melt accumulated tension in your shoulders, jaw, belly. Everything starts to loosen as if each muscle sighed with relief. The green field is here more than nature, it is emotional freedom. And you don't need to have a strong imagination to feel it. Just be open. Start by paying attention to the details, the sound of birds, the smell of wet grass, the light that dances between the leaves. This encourages the mind to enter a more receptive, almost meditative state. It is at this point that guided meditation becomes a complete sensory experience, where sound and internal image merge, creating a cosmic connection with something greater, with the universe itself. As you walk through this scenario, something curious happens. You start to remember who you really are beyond the stress, the bills, the roles. There is a subtle renewal happening there, silent but powerful. And in that silence, you realize that deep relaxation is not just physical, it is also a form of transformation. And the most beautiful, you don't even need to exert force. You just need to continue step by step in this field where everything about you begins to blossom. As you walk through this field of light, something begins to change within. It's not a sudden change, but a growing relief, like when you take off your tight shoes after a long day. You begin to notice small tensions loosening, the forehead that was previously furrowed, the jaws that held the world together, even that hidden rigidity in your chest. With the right guidance, each part surrenders, like someone releasing the weight of years with a simple sigh. Visualization here plays a powerful role. when imagining a soft light descending on her face and running down her body, it is as if she carries away what is no longer useful. Fears, guilt, pressures, everything begins to dissolve. This is the time to trust, to let the mind rest and the spirit to free itself. You don't need to understand how it works. Just allow it. Emotional liberation comes when you give it space to exist. It is in this state of surrender that true inner healing begins. The body no longer needs to fight, the mind no longer tries to control everything. There is an almost childlike security in this delivery, like returning to the lap of someone who was always there, even when you forgot. And the more you let go, the more you feel this connection with something greater, a universal love that embraces, welcomes, and heals. It's like coming home without leaving your place. This deep relaxation is not laziness, it is wisdom. It's the body saying, now I can take care of myself. And when this care comes, it brings with it regeneration, light energy, a feeling of contentment. It's as if every cell is smiling with relief. And that, my friend, is just the beginning. Because when you learn to let go, that's when true transformation begins. There comes a moment in the journey when lightness goes beyond the body. Meditation invites you to imagine that you are taking off your clothes, not your clothes, but the layers you have accumulated throughout your life. Old fears, limiting beliefs, silent demands. All of this starts to slip off you like a second skin that no longer makes sense. And the best part, it doesn't hurt. On the contrary, it relieves, like someone letting go of a heavy backpack they were carrying without realizing it. This symbolic detachment is powerful because it acts on the subconscious. Visualizing yourself letting go of these physical and emotional ties makes room for mental freedom and spiritual expansion to really happen. It's like taking survival mode off autopilot and going into creation mode. Suddenly, you realize that you no longer need to identify with what was holding you back. You are not your traumas. It's not your mistakes. You are the one who chooses what continues and what goes away. And this is where something almost magical happens. Even gravity seems to lose strength. Your body becomes lighter, as if it could float. It's as if the weight of the world has been replaced by a feeling of pure freedom. This isn't delusion, it's your nervous system coming into balance, your energy field clearing, your mind reprogramming itself in real time. A type of energetic healing that is only possible when there is detachment. This experience invites you to trust the process. You don't need to control, judge, or understand everything. Just follow the voice, the images, the flow. Because the truth is that by stripping yourself of these restrictions, you get closer and closer to your essence. And in that essence there is peace. There's love. There is a possibility. You're just starting to remember all of this. With your moorings undone, you begin to float. First slowly, like someone testing their wings. But in a few moments, you realize that there are no longer any limits. Your body remains below, calm, while your spirit rises, crossing layers of sky with the lightness of a breeze. When you look down, you see forests, oceans, mountains, everything getting smaller. The world, with all its noise, begins to silence. And in that silence, there is liberation. This view of the planet shrinking beneath you has a surprising effect. It relativizes. Things that once seemed huge problems, heartaches, pressures are now tiny, almost irrelevant. It is a perspective that expands consciousness. When you see the earth from the outside, you understand that it is part of something much bigger. This type of spiritual expansion cannot be learned in a book feel. And here you are feeling with increasing intensity. The sensation is like flying among the clouds without a fixed destination, guided only by the vibration of freedom. There is an imaginary wind that rocks you, a silent music that guides you. Meditation allows you to let go of notions of time, body, and ego. There is no rush, there is no charge. Just be pure, loose, whole. And in this state you access layers of being that usually lie dormant amid routine. It is a different form of regeneration. As you float over continents, something inside you expands your ability to trust, to love without conditions, to let go of control. You become part of the light that surrounds you. The cosmic connection begins to form and you understand you are not alone. Never was. He just had his eyes turned into the storm. Now see the entire sky. As you continue this journey through space, something begins to happen almost imperceptibly. You dissolve into the universe. There is no longer a distinction between where your being ends and where infinity begins. You become part of the stars, of the silent glow that inhabits the galaxies. At this point, you are no longer just someone looking for relaxation. You are light, you are sound. It is the cosmic vibration itself in motion. It's like being in a place where time doesn't exist, where silence has sound and darkness has color. And this is not a dream, it is pure spiritual expansion. A state where thoughts quiet and desires dissolve. There is no more wanting, there is only being. And being here is the ultimate experience. Meditation takes you beyond the rational mind, touching what many would call divine consciousness, connection with the whole, universal love. Imagine yourself floating among nebulae, feeling waves of energy passing through you, as if every particle of your body was dancing with the universe. You become a receiver and emitter of light at the same time. Each cell vibrates in tune with subtle, almost celestial sounds. It is an encounter with something that has no name, but that gives meaning to everything. And in that encounter you feel completely at home, welcomed by a presence that doesn't judge, just loves. This is the space where true transformation happens. No internal noise, no past or future, just vibrant presence. You merge with the sound of the cosmos, with the light of the stars, with the pulse of creation. It is in this subtle field that old wounds begin to close effortlessly. Energy healing intensifies like a loving intelligence that knows exactly what you need. And yet there's more to come. Now that you have integrated yourself into the universe, you begin to hear something that comes not from outside but from within. They are subtle, almost ethereal melodies, as if the cosmos itself were whispering wisdom. Each note seems to carry a code, a frequency that goes straight to the most hidden parts of your being. It's not just about listening, but about feeling. The sound penetrates the soul, like a gentle breeze passing through an ancient temple. It is healing in the form of vibration. These cosmic sounds, often compared to whale songs, Tibetan bells, or the silence between two thoughts, act as catalysts for regeneration. They reorganize chaos, dissolve invisible tensions, and reprogram your Buddha's vibrational field. Meanwhile, the light, sometimes golden, sometimes bluish, surrounds you like a warm blanket, promoting true energetic healing. All of this happens in silence but with a transformative force. The experience is subtle but profound. You are not just being healed physically, you are receiving an intuitive understanding about yourself. Things that seemed unexplainable begin to make sense, not through logic but through sensation. A painful memory may come to the surface, but this time without pain, just as an image that is grateful for being released. This silent emotional release is one of the purest forms of self-love. And the best part is that you don't need to do anything. Just allow yourself to feel. Sound and light do their job. You, at this moment, are like a crystal glass being tuned by invisible hands. Every particle of yours resonates with the universe. You remember that it is possible to live lightly, whole, connected. And it is there, in this state of surrender and mental reprogramming, that the next level of the journey begins to reveal itself. Have you ever noticed how certain thoughts seem to come on their own without even being invited? Those who tell you that you're not good enough, that you'll fail again, that you don't deserve rest? Well, these voices are not yours, they are echoes. Echoes of old patterns that, after repeating themselves so much, lodge themselves in the folds of the brain like beaten tracks in the earth. But here, in this state of deep sleep and total relaxation, you gain the key to reprogramming them. This is not a metaphor. Science has already shown that the brain is plastic, that is, it can be molded. And in this moment of guided meditation, he is more receptive than ever. It's as if the brain waves descend to a level where judgments cease, and the subconscious opens up, eager for new instructions. Imagine this: a golden wave of light passes through your mind gently, and with it come new messages. They talk about freedom, universal love, inner strength. They say you are worthy, you are capable, you are healing. And little by little, these affirmations infiltrate the roots of your deepest thoughts, replacing limiting beliefs with truths that vibrate in spiritual expansion. It's not a magic trick, it's an inner healing process that feeds on loving, conscious repetition. And this renewal doesn't stop in the mind, it goes all the way to the body. Cells that were previously intoxicated by stress begin to receive new vibrational information. It is as if cosmic sound and light were healing codes that rewrite internal commands. Your nervous system relaxes, your heartbeat comes into harmony, your breathing adjusts naturally. The body understands that it is safe, and in this state it knows how to regenerate itself. You are not just resting, you are healing in every layer of your being. But Hayrace, the secret that few tell: this reprogramming is not only sustained during meditation. She asks for continuity. Small gestures in everyday life reinforce these new connections. Replacing criticism with gratitude, cultivating moments of silence, listening to your intuition before making decisions. All of this strengthens the new pattern that is being planted now. How to water a seed consistently. And the more you water it, the more it blooms. This is how transformation stops being a promise and becomes a reality. Now, with the mental and energetic field clean, a new process begins: purification. Imagine that a golden sun begins to shine on the horizon, but not just any sun. This sun emits a soft and welcoming light, like a cosmic hug that slowly descends upon you. Each ray of this light brings with it a unique energy, capable of washing not only the body, but every thought, every sensation trapped in the past. When you feel these rays, you realize that it is possible to free yourself from the emotional burdens that you often believed were part of who you are. The sun doesn't judge, doesn't charge, doesn't ask for explanations. He just brings it. It illuminates. He heals. This purification process is profound. It goes beyond the superficial layers of our emotions, going to the roots of what still holds us back. Sometimes these rays of light touch old pains that were stored in our bodies as emotional memories, and without effort they begin to disappear. The heavy energies, the resentments, the hurts, everything is gently dissipated. And the best part, you don't have to fight anything. On the contrary, you allow yourself to be touched by this light, allowing it to cleanse, allow it to elevate, allow it to transform. The feeling of being purified in this way is an indescribable state of peace. The spirit feels lighter, more alive, more aligned. This golden sun not only heals but also strengthens. It reaffirms your connection with the universe, with the cosmic energy that has always been around you, waiting to embrace you and renew you. You realize you are not alone. Your every cell, your every thought, is now immersed in this field of positive energy. You are part of this infinite flow of love and healing. And by following this process, you feel regeneration in a way that transcends the physical. There is something bigger happening. The spirit begins to open up to new possibilities. Inner peace, mental clarity, confidence in one's own steps increase. The state of relaxation is now not just physical, but a feeling of deep alignment with the universe. It's as if you are floating in a state of lightness and freedom. You feel renewed. You feel at home. As the journey approaches its end, you feel like you are not just returning to your body, but you are evolving. Something has changed in you. A stronger, more serene version, more at peace with what is. The healing process was profound, and as you prepare to rest, you realize that you will no longer sleep the same way. You're not just going to bed, you're going to a state of total renewal. As if sleep were not only a rest, but an integration with everything you have learned and experienced so far. The cosmic vibration of meditation, the waves of light, the healing sounds, all of this is now part of you on a deep, subtle level. The sensation of entering this sleep state is as if you are being gently cradled by invisible arms. The body, now relaxed and in balance, surrenders to rest. The mind, freed from tension and negative thoughts, begins to gently fade away. But it's not a simple erasure, it's a transition process, like a door opening to a new phase of your being. A phase where you don't have to struggle to find peace or happiness. You are already more aligned with your essence, and by surrendering to sleep, you align yourself with the cosmic flows of the universe. It's like an infinite embrace of tranquility, where time and space become irrelevant. As you drift into sleep, a feeling of gratitude envelopes your being. You feel more loving towards yourself, more willing to accept your imperfections, more aware of your strengths. Meditation made you reconnect with your essence, and now, even as you fall asleep, that connection remains. As consciousness gradually fades, you feel like you are being guided by cosmic dreams, where every image and sensation has a healing and renewing purpose. You know you are ready to embark on this new cycle of transformation, where each dream will be an extension of the light you now carry within yourself. And as you enter this deep sleep, your soul knows it is safe. Universal love is now reflected in every cell of your body, in every layer of your being. You are not just resting, you are regenerating, transforming. Meditation, with all its healing power, takes you to a state of full connection with the universe. And sleep, which could once be just physical rest, now becomes a journey of spiritual ascension. When you wake up, you will be renewed, more at peace, more balanced, more willing to live fully. And at that moment, you understand true transformation happens while you sleep, when the mind lets go and the spirit rises. Before we dive into this process of deep transformation, there is something very important that I need to remind you. This is a time for total surrender. The meditation you are about to experience is a profound experience, which will involve not only your body but mainly your mind and spirit. It will take you to states of relaxation so deep that it is therefore essential that you are in a safe environment, free from distractions. The tranquility you will seek here requires that your attention is completely focused on the process. And for you to make the most of this healing and expanding experience, I recommend that you be in a comfortable place, where you can surrender without worry. Do not listen to this meditation while driving, operating machinery, or in any situation that requires your full attention to the outside world. This warning is not just a precaution, it is an invitation to the security of your being. During meditation, you will explore your psyche, releasing old tensions and emotions and allowing yourself to heal. For this to happen effectively, you need to allow yourself to disconnect from external concerns. You are not just listening, you are living and experiencing transformation from the inside out. And for this, your total presence is necessary. There is no rush. The healing process is a gradual but powerful movement. So, find a quiet place where you can lie down or sit comfortably, and dedicate this time just for you. This is a precious and sacred moment, a gift to your being. There is nothing more important right now than your full attention to your own transformation. Safety not only refers to physical integrity but also to your emotional health. Allowing yourself to fully relax involves trusting the process, which is why it is essential to ensure that you are not interrupted. By creating this safe space, you activate trust in your own journey. Meditation is like a foundation that supports your transformation. The firmer your commitment to taking care of yourself during this time, the deeper the impact of the experience. Therefore, by following the guidelines and ensuring that you are in a safe environment, you prepare yourself to absorb each teaching, each healing, and each insight that will emerge during this inner journey. Now that you've explored meditation and the profound transformation it provides, it's time to reflect: how can you incorporate this power of healing and renewal into your daily life? The sleep you sought here is not something isolated, it is a reflection of what you are capable of creating within yourself. How about starting to apply the same relaxation and mental reprogramming tools you experienced in this meditation? Imagine the impact of this on your life every day. What would it be like if you allowed yourself moments of disconnection, of healing, of surrender? The true power of transformation begins with the conscious choice to give yourself that time and that care. Now that you have connected with your inner self, With the cosmic energy flowing within you, you are ready to continue the journey. Each night of deep sleep will not just be a break, it will be a renewal. With each meditation, you get closer to your true essence, that being full of love, light, and freedom. So how do you feel now? Are you ready to continue your journey of transformation and spiritual ascension? If this meditation brought you the peace you were looking for, imagine what else the universe has prepared for you. I invite you to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and continue exploring this journey of healing and expansion. Your transformation never stops. It only grows, just like the sunlight that renews each dawn. Shall we go together?